Well, Ruben, thanks for joining us, man.
Oh, you're very welcome.
How are you?
I'm very good. Yeah. I'm loving life at the moment.
You sound like you're loving life.
Pardon?
You sound like you're loving life.
Yes. Yeah.
So you're here basically because you think outside the box.
Yes.
You did something different. You dared to be different.
Yes. I love to be different and unique. Yes.
So what I've done in the episode is, for the audio listeners, I'll have played the clip beforehand.
Yeah.
So people get an idea of where that came from. But
yeah.
So where did it initially start? Where did the idea come from?
Oh, that's a hard one. So it was a bit like evolution, to be honest, with me.
Right.
So before I was at Penrith, I was at Whitehaven for a spell there, and when I was there. Out of my welcome meeting, when you join McDonald's, there's like a meeting with a number of different people where they talk you through everything, and then once you've done all your learning and stuff, your training, then you're allowed on the floor. Out of my meeting, I was the first one that was allowed on headset. A lot of the others were very. The other managers were very kind of reluctant. Should we let him? Should we not? Type of thing. But one of the managers said, "Well, it's only like being on the till, so we'll give it a go." And I wasn't funny at that time, but I was still very enthusiastic. Came across. So it kind of evolved from that, to be honest. And I did really well, and then just one day, it was probably about 2 weeks after I'd first been on headset, a woman who'd lost somebody close to her came through the drive-through, and I don't know what it was. I managed to cheer her up, and from there she phoned the store and the head manager there and said I'd cheered her up and everything, and I started to go, okay, I could do something with this a little bit more, and everybody would say, oh, you're very happy, but I didn't do the jokes or the type of stuff that I now do.
Right.
And then I started to push it further, so at the very end I'd be going ba ba da ba 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 or something like that, and people started really loving it. And that was when I started to put more jokes in, more things. I never scripted it. I never planned it because I wanted each thing to be unique. I wanted each thing to be different. And so, I never planned anything before. It just kind of... came on the spot, and it's kind of grown into what it is now. And as I say, I left Whitehaven back in August.
Right.
Had a 6-week break, and then have come to Penrith.
Yeah, you put Penrith on the map straight away, almost.
Well, I was going to say the evolution sped up a little bit since Whitehaven. It took me a good couple of months at Whitehaven. It took me 3 weeks at Penrith.
So at Penrith were a bit more accepting of just what you were doing, I suppose.
I think it's just open-mindedness. I think you get a lot of different people. I think the big thing of the difference between Whitehaven and Penrith is that Whitehaven's kind of over there. It's mostly the residents that go. Yeah. So once you kind of get through a lot of the people, and then they're seeing you again and again, and so it kind of gets down on that point. But from Penrith, in terms of customers,
right off the motorway, the M6.
It's right. Exactly. So it's like a motorway services. So you get a lot of different people. You get an even bigger mix of people than at Whitehaven, because you've got people coming down from Scotland, going down London way, or that you've also got the train station right next to you. So it's there's a bigger mix of customers, which I think that's probably a reason why it went viral the second time at Penrith, is because there was a bigger reach. I personally believe. Yeah,
'cause we have actually met. I did experience it myself.
You see, I do serve a lot of cars.
I think it was. Yeah, we could go today. I think it was.
Okay.
But it was one that was really busy, when they get a second person out to take separate orders.
Yes,
so
yeah.
I was one of the other ones.
Okay.
So I didn't actually. You didn't take my order, but when I went round to the paying window, you were stood just waiting for the next guy, and you just went, "Don't worry, I know what I'm doing."
Well, that's me.
But what I was going to say was the whole thing. It's like completely, like, obviously been going to McDonald's drive-through for years.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen it like that before. Like all the people behind me, the people in front of me were all laughing. You know, it's just smiling faces everywhere, and just give everybody a lift. Do
Well,
you know what I mean?
that's it. I think the big thing is surprising people. Like the looks. I wish we could take photos of the actual camera. Some of the looks. I mean, like 99.9% of the time, they take it the right way, and everybody's smiling. There's some. Occasionally, you get a grumpy person, but
there are miserable people that do exist.
but generally, yeah. It's all. Everybody's very. They love it, but they're not expecting it. And
so the key thing was that Lad Bible picked it up and they've shared it.
Yes,
and it's got almost 4 million views.
Well, it was 3 million, just under 3 million last time I saw it.
I think 3.6 or something now.
It's gone crazy. I didn't expect it to go this big.
But what I didn't realise, you've had your fair share of drive-thrus over your time, Tech.
Yes, I have.
Do you have a camera so you can actually see the person?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Did you know that?
I knew that when I made a face at someone and they said, "Oh, there's no need to be like that."
Well,
damn it, got me.
No,
because the video that is shared, because the guy's got a pink t-shirt. You've seen it?
Yeah.
The guy's got a pink t-shirt at the very end. You go, "I like your t-shirt," so he's like, he's shocked that you can see him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
I didn't know that either.
So it's not so much at Penrith. At Whitehaven, there's actually 2 drive-through lanes, and the idea is obviously you can see the customer so you can interact with them, and then not so much as I say at Penrith, but at Whitehaven, when you accept the order, when you put the first item on the order, it takes a photo of you. And it sends it to the other till so that when you pay, you know that you're getting the right order.
It's like when you get off the rides at Alton Towers.
Exactly, yeah.
Would you want to buy this one?
So yeah, it's definitely like that. At Penrith, we only have 1 lane, and so there's not the need for that. But we can definitely still see the customers, and I think that's a very important part because I can kind of tell how to play it. Like if it's a woman, then I'll do something like the Spice Girls or Girls Aloud or something. If it's a man, then I'll do more like a rap or that type of thing. So I think the camera's an important part for me anyway, so that I can tell kind of how to play the customers basically.
And fair play to McDonald's, they seem to have embraced it.
Oh yeah, definitely. As I said, the people at both Whitehaven and Penrith have completely accepted it. I mean, obviously coming from Whitehaven, Penrith were kind of knew that I had something different and surprising, but the managers at Whitehaven were very surprised. But everybody's been so supportive. I mean,
people were coming in just for that, just for you.
Yes, yeah, we had a lot of calls.
There's an upturn in business, so they're not going to complain, are they?
No, they're not. They're not going to complain. It's a unique experience, and I think that's the main thing everybody loves about it.
Because, I mean, I had to actually speak to McDonald's in order to get you on here.
Yes.
I had to speak to McDonald's media department.
Yes.
They wanted to know what we do and what I was going to talk to you about, which is weird. And I was like, well, I think you know what I'm talking about, but I gave them a rough outline of what we're talking about, but they were on board with it. They were happy.
Oh yeah. Really, as I say, they like to keep a tabs on what's everything's going on,
which is fair enough.
Yeah, definitely. But apart from that, everybody's been so embracing of it. There was comments on the Lad Bible post.
See, if it was me, I wouldn't have gone to the comments.
But there was I always look through the comments because I like to see what people think, their attitudes and stuff towards it. But there was one comment from a person who works, I think it's at the McDonald's Leeds store. I don't know what one, and said that their managers had shown it to their team and said that they want them to be like it. So
but the new standard when you go to McDonald's now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They're going to change all their training, going to spend millions on that.
That's it. I've rewritten the book in a certain way. To how to order take.
So you've left your mark either way.
Exactly. Yeah. It doesn't matter how long I work there now. I will leave, and my spirit will live on forever.
Because did you get Employee of the Month for that?
I got Employee of the Month and Employee of the Quarter at Whitehaven. I also got Employee of the Quarter there's some managers that aren't like store managers. They go round to a number of stores within the franchise,
Right.
and I also got Employee of the Quarter for that.
Boy.
Which was great, and that was out of a number of stores. And
Nobody can compete with that.
there's not many.
People handing their notice in left, right, and centre. Forget this, I can't do that.
There's been a few attitudes such as I'm not as happy as you. It's not going to happen.
But you've turned something relatively mundane or just normal into something interesting and funny and different.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I love to improve things. And
because when I was in the drive-thru last Sunday, I was thinking the only people who would like disapprove or not be up for it are people with hangovers, and that's their fault for having hangovers. That's self-inflicted, so I've got no sympathy for
We've
them.
had people with hangovers. I always find jokes even to make to the grumpy people. Like there's people that say, I don't have time for this, I'm in a hurry. I'll go, well, you're not Lewis Hamilton, sir, or something like that. So there's jokes and things to be made
Just
for everyone.
thinking off the top of your head, though, isn't it? It's
Exactly. And I think the more you've done it, like the more you do it, then the more you kind of warm up and you start thinking really.
Have you had
quick.
people trying to do it to you? Have you had people
Yes,
playing
yeah,
up to it?
I've had people when I've kind of been whooping and everything. They've all been whooping in the cars and things like that. We've had people honking their horns. We've had people doing funny accents and things like that. We've had one guy. I think it was about 3 days ago now. I think it was on Wednesday. A guy in a van pulled up, did a cowboy accent. He was pretending to be a cowboy, so I played along with him. I don't know what the hell the people behind were thinking, but
I wish you could record all of these conversations. Just pick out the best ones.
exactly, yeah. Oh,
brilliant.
There's a number. As I said, the Lad Bible video's the one that's gone viral.
Yeah.
Everybody's seen. But there's actually loads of videos from both Penrith
There will be now.
and Whitehaven. yeah. There's loads from Whitehaven as well, and I do remember one where she asked for a cheeseburger, and I sung all by itself.
Oh yeah, that
and
was
then
that one, yeah.
yes, and then she asked for something else, some fries just on their own, and I sung Lonely, and then she literally wanted everything on its own, and it was a very funny complication by the end of it. So I think it's just playing up to each circumstance, because every car's order is different, and
True,
so
yeah.
if they order an Oasis, I will sing an Oasis song.
Has to be done, doesn't it?
It has to be. It has to be done. We actually we ran out of Oasis back on just 2 days ago. We ran out of Oasis, and I just said, "Don't look back in anger." So yeah, we had to get something else there. But I think that's the thing, and you turn something. I think rather than changing the actual process, I'm not changing the process. This is how people order anyway. I'm just changing people's perception of it.
That's true.
So, like,
Yeah.
if we, when I'm not on the headset, where I'm down at the bottom handing out food at the drive-through, if we have to, sometimes the kitchen haven't got the food ready and we have to park you up, rather than just say, I'll just park in the grill bay or whatever, I tend to go, let's send you to a spaceport. You're going to dock in there, and it changes people's perceptions, because nobody wants to park up. They want to get their food. They want to
just
get
go.
on with their day.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the big thing, is that I'm changing people's perceptions of things rather than changing the actual process itself.
Kids will love that to speak as well. Spaceports. And
Yes,
all that.
yeah. I change it a couple of times. So I've done Pirates of the Caribbean before, and lots of different things. And I think that's it's making things a fun experience.
Kids are going to want to go to McDonald's all the time now. I want to go back to McDonald's.
I'm not really helping the obesity crisis, am I?
Everything in moderation.
Yeah, that's it.
No, but I think it's been like, yeah, McDonald's have been so supportive, and I don't think you could have, because some companies, big companies, could have taken it a different way.
They could have, yeah,
because you're outside of the norm.
Exactly. That's it, and I think
so fair play to McDonald's.
Oh yeah, definitely. They do encourage individuality, and I think that's a big thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So how long ago did you start at the Whitehaven one?
So I started at Whitehaven. It was at the end of August, I think. Not August. Sorry. That was when I left. It was at the end of April that I started.
So in a few short months, it's just gone from 0 to 100.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. And that went through, and then I left at the end of August, literally last day, and then I took a 6-week break while I was setting up my company, because
we'll get onto that.
Yeah, definitely. But that's what I was doing. I was setting up more stuff, and then. Once I'd secured some work bits, then it was all about bringing in a bit of money over the Christmas period.
So did someone say to you that McDonald's Penrith is available?
No. So I always like I like to meet new people. I like to have new experiences, new challenges. So I kind of knew from the offset that if I was going back to McDonald's, I wouldn't go back to Whitehaven. I'd try a different store or something like that. I looked around and I thought what one was the best, easiest for me to kind of get to and such. And definitely Penrith kind of stuck out for me as being one with
it's very easy to get to.
It's easy. It's very easy to get to. It's got the motorway. I did think I did kind of plan if it were to go like it did in Whitehaven.
Yeah.
I knew that Whitehaven died out very quickly because a lot of the people that go there are residents. So
I see.
You'll have
turnover of different people.
You need a lot more different people from a lot more different places.
You definitely get, because it's also the motorway's right next to it, but the train station.
Exactly.
Boom.
So you've got a lot of that, and so I thought that would be a fantastic way to go. So I went to Penrith, and they called Whitehaven, and Whitehaven said, he's a good one, and that's the other managers recommended me, so I was taken on, and I'm halfway through my probation now.
I think you might pass it.
I think, I'm not too worried, if I'm being honest.
But yeah, it couldn't have gone any better, really, could it, for you?
It couldn't really. No.
As making an impact, it's.
Yeah, well, that's what I want. I love making people happy, laugh, and smile, and
that was
the
thing I noticed. Was like I've never seen it like that before. Like I was looking in my mirror, and the people behind me were sort of looking forward, laughing. The people who you were talking to were the people in front of them were looking back.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Everyone was just
Exactly.
Everyone was laughing and smiling. And it's like, this is brilliant.
Yeah. Well, that's what I love to do. And a lot of people, they ask one of the biggest questions they ask is, how do I get the energy to keep this up all day? Because like mostly at Whitehaven I was on slightly shorter shifts. At Penrith I'm on 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
And so it can be a lot. You'll see a lot of different cars in 8 hours.
Plus, you're not always taking the orders,
they do
around.
swap me round and mix it up a bit, so everybody gets to experience some Reuben. I think it's the best way to describe that. But
how old are you?
I've just turned 21. Not this Friday, just gone Friday.
Wow.
After that, so I've been 21 for about a week. So yeah, I'm still pretty young. I've got a lot of more experience.
Where are you from originally?
So I was born in Whitehaven Hospital, but all my family are from London. Well, my dad's from Yorkshire.
I was going to say your accent's not from around here.
No. I was born in Whitehaven, in Cumbria, but I'm not bred. I'm born but not bred.
Right.
I'm bred a southerner, really. But
so, do you have an entertainment background then?
Yeah. So my mum was a professional West End actress. So she's done the Royal Varieties. She's met the Queen, done that. She was the original Kathy Selden in Singing in the Rain. At the London Palladium. So
wow.
some big stuff from her. My dad, he's a trumpet player, a professional musician, and he's worked with Elton John, Kylie Minogue, Elaine Page, all of those the big top ones back. I mean, we're talking back in the 80s, 90s now. But yeah, so I come from an entertainment background. My sister's training to be an actress now. So cool. I'm the more the technician of the family, really. I'm not really the performer, but they have joked a lot that I should go into performing instead of.
Well, technically, you already have.
Yeah.
It's the beginning of it.
It's the beginning, maybe, of something new. Yeah.
So what is your company that you're setting up then?
So my company is called Ruben Smith Studios, but everybody calls it RSS Group. And the idea with it is a media company, and we're going to be making all original content for network platforms such as Netflix and TV networks and such. So I love to express myself. I love to be original and different, which is obviously why we're here today.
Yeah.
and so that's the big thing of what I want to do, is I want to be able to write my own content and sell it off in that way. So that's what I'm currently.
So where do you start with something like that? How do you? Where did you begin?
Well, it's. I've actually worked in the entertainment industry for a number of years. So I started when I was just 16. I got a job just volunteering at a small theatre, and from there I was offered a job. I think it was the week after. I was just a volunteer, and I was very good at it. So I was offered a job about the week after, and I've kept it up from there. And I've been like a theatre technician and such. So I've worked at places like the Sands Centre, Carnegie. I've worked at loads of different theatres and stuff across Cumbria, and a few outside. Like I still work at the Langham Theatre, the Buccleuch Centre there, and stuff. I'm actually going there later this week to work.
Right.
I've done a lot of different things, and then I've worked for Virgin TV and such, and so from there I've built up all my experience to come to the point
and some
where
contacts, I'd imagine, as well.
Oh yes, yeah, definitely, and I think that's kind of how I started, and now I'm ready to kind of take the leap on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the first sort of things you're looking to do then?
So the first things we're looking to do in terms of that, I've got a small children's TV show that I'm going to be pitching to a big TV network. I'm not allowed to say what it is because we're still in a talks, but yeah. So that's what's happening now, and normally we sell things for like a 5-minute section of a children's TV show. Brings in. It's normally about $1,000 every 5 minutes, so it's quite a bit of money. So we have to make sure that we get it perfect.
Absolutely.
And so that's what why I'm at Penrith McDonald's while that's happening. So that's what if anybody has a question of what I do on my days off, that's it. I'm always working.
You're not one for sitting around.
Oh no, no, definitely.
And this whole thing that's happening with McDonald's is obviously going to help your cause, your media profile.
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah. I mean, I hope I can move on from the kind of stereotypical thing that everybody's got of I'm the funny McDonald's guy into I'm more
it'll be known as where you started.
It'll be, yes.
I suppose it's like the actor who gets typecast as a certain character and they do it for too long, but
yeah. I think that's definitely it. But I as I say, I'm looking forward to the future, and
you're making the most of
I think
happening.
that's it. You change what I mean. I don't particularly. It's not my dream job working at McDonald's. I think it's the best thing to say there. But it's a stepping stone, and I think from there though, I'm making the best of the situation that I've got.
I think they are one of the better companies for that.
Yes,
Lots of people do that. Some people either use it as a stepping stone to go on to other things, or they go into management.
Exactly.
I've seen a few people do that.
Yeah, definitely. And I think
like a good place to work.
Pardon?
Seems like a good place to work.
It is. It's a fun job. It's fun just because it's different every day, and I think that's the thing that I love. I need something different every day for me.
So have you got a background in like video editing and
yeah. So I've done video editing. Grading. I'm a trained lighting designer. So I all aspects of both film and kind of TV and theatre is what I'm kind of trained in. And
so you do not pretty much on your own at the moment then? Or?
No. So I have a few people that kind of work 0 hours wise for me, just as and when.
Just while you're getting off the ground.
Just while I'm getting it off the ground, and then they're going to. The idea is that as we work as a team, then we'll all succeed as a team and go from
Absolutely.
there. But no, it's not just me, but it's finding the right people, and I think that's the important thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, going forward, then, options are open, I suppose.
I hope so. I hope so.
You can do whatever you want, which is a good place to be in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
At such a young age.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I'd like to do that. Yes. That's the great thing. And as I say, all I want to do is I want to entertain people, and whether I'm at McDonald's or with my company or whatever, the emphasis is 100% to entertain people, and that's so I'm getting good practice in. I think it's the best thing to say about that.
I was going to go back to the drive-in. If you can see. if you can see everyone, I would be looking at you can tell the people who are a bit like, who might be in a bad mood or might be having a bad day. Those are the ones who you'd really focus on and try and, if you can get a smile out of them.
Is that, yeah.
You're like, boom, I win.
Yeah, definitely. I think the big thing with the cars is that you have to get them in your first line. So you have to be able to judge what the best course of action is. So, like I've sung the Titanic song, but instead of My Heart Will Go On, the Chicken Nuggets will go on, or something like that. So I think that's a big thing. But you have to judge quite carefully who is best suited for that song, and normally it's like the women, the young girls and stuff that come through. They love that type of stuff. Yeah. The other guys, they like a bit of MC Hammer. You can't touch this or something like that. You know, so you have to judge it. But you know, I seem to have done a decent job at judging what people like, because I've managed to get a smile out of nearly everybody. And
when I was in, the person who was next to you, who's like at the computer next to you, was just was trying not to laugh.
Oh right,
yeah, their heads off.
Yeah. They call it both a blessing and a curse. They say if they work next to me. I'm
trying to get on with my work.
It's blessing because it's quick. Like when I'm funny and like this, it goes really quick. The shift.
8-hour shift. You got to make the most of it.
Exactly.
You've got to do something.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely. But obviously, I do feel a little bit sorry for the colleagues that have to work next to me, because once you hear ba-da-ba-ba-ba for every single car for your shift, you can get quite annoyed. But you know, we've not punched each other yet, so I think it's all good.
I think they welcome it, really.
No, it's
better than the alternative. It's just they're not the way it was.
Yes, yeah, definitely. As I say, it's a good thing, and I'm very happy that I've been able to make a difference.
So what else are you interested in? Have you got time for hobbies?
Hobbies? Not really. No. It's either work.
Because your side project is now your hobby, I guess.
Yeah. So right now I'm slowly reducing my hours at McDonald's as I'm coming up to my Christmas and my company taking over, kind of the full strain of everything. So I'm just going to be doing like Friday, Saturday, Sundays now, rather than during the week.
Yeah.
I don't really have time. My hobby is watching great films. I think is
it's a good hobby.
I think. You know, to entertain other people, I have to be entertained myself. I think is the biggest thing, and that's kind of what I do. I get a few ideas, you know.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if you get a job somewhere else. What they'll be expecting from you.
I don't know. It's a completely weird experience, to be honest, because everybody's kind of it puts a little bit of pressure on, because I've got to kind of perform now. Everybody's expecting it. I'm over to, there's like a competition thing at the Carphone Warehouse at the moment for their colleagues called Be Amazing, and they're wanting some pictures with some famous people, and they've asked me to go over there. I was like, I'm not really famous, mate. I'm not, you know, it's not that.
You don't realise the power of Lad Bible.
Exactly, yeah. I'm not what you would class as one of the lads, but it seems like I have adopted that way at McDonald's, yeah.
Because you were in the local press as well, weren't you?
Yeah, I've been in the paper. They said, just a little bit for the paper. Didn't realise I was going to be on the front page.
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't realise that. And then I also did a BBC Radio Cumbria interview as well.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yes.
Right, okay.
Yeah. I've done that.
Was that with Caroline Robertson?
That was.
Yeah, she's been on here.
Has she?
Yeah.
Oh, very good, very good. Yeah. So I've done that. She's an interesting character.
She got in there first.
Yeah. Well, you see, I'm slow, but I'm quality. That's me. That's what it's all about. Efficient.
I saw they had you. The photos that they had outside of the McDonald's. Did you do a little photo shoot?
Oh right, yes, yeah. That was a lot. And then when they released, the News and Star released it on their Facebook page, they had 26 photos. And
I think they took 26 photos and put them all up.
There wasn't.
They'll all do.
Yeah,
they're all gold.
We see all of my sides are good sides. I think that's the best way. So
slightly different variations of you doing the same thing. So interesting.
Yeah. Well, there you you go. I mean, I'll take what I can get.
Were
Basically,
people looking at you funny when you were doing that?
Yeah, with the cars stopping outside the road and looking what the hell I was doing. A McDonald's worker jumping up in the sky, hands and stuff, and then like megaphones and things. Yeah, it was weird, but it's an experience. It's a good experience.
I can imagine people going in on foot and going, I'm going back in my car. I'm going through the drive-through.
Yeah, there's people that have done that. There's people that have come through the drive-through twice, just because they wanted to hear me, and then they wanted to hear me again with a different thing. The thing with it is, I have little phrases for each different kind of food item.
Right.
So, depending what you order, you'll get a different experience, and so every car gets
got to
a
be different every
experience.
time, isn't it?
Exactly. Every car has a different experience, and I think that's the thing that everybody loves, is that they can come round and they'll get a completely different experience to what they did last week.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very important thing, is that
Of course.
you're shaking it up and keeping it fresh and stuff. A new thing I've just started is they'll say they want like 3 chicken selects, and I say you can't have it for free. You've got to pay for it. You've got to do that. That's a new thing.
It's funny when you get people who just don't get the joke.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
no, I said 3.
There
No,
was
I want...
yeah, there was a guy that did that, and I said no, you can't have it for free. You've got to pay for it. And he was saying, I'm gonna pay for it. I'm gonna pay for it. I'm like, dude, I'm joking with you. It's all right. So there's some people, and then they get it. Like, it's slow.
Have you had people try and come through on foot through the drive-through?
Yes, yeah. We've had quite a few people on foot at the Whitehaven store, and of course, just due to health and safety concerns, we can't serve them.
No, because they're not a car.
They're not a car.
We
Yeah.
used to do that at Penrith
I've tried it before. I think when I was drunk.
years
But
and years ago. They used to be happy for
if it was like stupid o'clock in the morning.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'd all go up to McDonald's and walk through and get 20 nugs.
I suppose it's no different to the garage, your petrol station, where they close at like 1 o'clock, so you can only go through talk through the glass.
Yeah, suppose that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
suddenly they stopped serving walkers. We
Yeah.
went there and said, sorry, we don't serve walkers anymore.
You get more people trying it now during the day.
yeah.
Or a little go-kart. Is this not a car?
If people do open their car doors or anything, I'll always say, please keep your hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times, or something like that. So it's quite funny, but at the same time, you are sending a health and safety message as well. So and I think that's the big thing. McDonald's don't mind, because as long as the orders and stuff are getting out, they don't mind the great experience.
Surely going to be an upturn in business.
Exactly. Oh yeah.
It must be.
It certainly. I think so. What happens though is I drum up all the business, and I go and leave it.
You get paid the same.
I go, and then they get all set up.
They might give you some free food.
Well, we'll see.
So what do you constantly come up with new ideas for your company that you're going to be starting? Are you constantly taking notes of stuff?
Yeah. I think it's a big job to come up with items that can sell, particularly with things like Netflix and many more streaming services. Disney's about to release their Plus TV
I think
box.
they just have.
Yeah, and that type of thing.
I think all the networks are going to go that way now, aren't they?
I think so. That's what people want. They want to watch things when
you know
they
about
want
this?
to.
Disney Plus.
Yeah.
A little bit.
So
Don't know the
I think
details.
that a lot of the companies will start pulling their are Disney going to pull all their content from Netflix now and just keep it for their own?
I'm
'Cause that's like Star Wars.
I'm honestly not sure. I mean, I think the thing is, slowly TV is dying out, and so you've got
Terrestrial, normal TV.
Yes,
Definitely.
Yeah. And I think the big thing with that is that you've got to come up with unique and new things, and so as well as coming up with unique and new stories and films and things, we also have to look at unique and new markets opening, such as Netflix, and
Trying to look a bit
and
ahead
that
of the
type
curve.
Exactly. And it's like ITV, BBC. They've just started a BritBox.
I just saw that yesterday.
yeah.
That's weird you mentioned it, and
yeah.
I've not heard about it. I've
Yeah.
Not
So
seen it in the press or anything.
it's their own streaming service. Both ITV and BBC have teamed up together. So you
I
can.
never
watch.
thought that would happen. I didn't see that coming.
No. So that's happening, and I think that's the big thing, is that those type of things are changing the markets, and so
Everyone wants a subscription,
Exactly.
monthly fee. That's
exactly,
where it's at
yeah.
these
And
days.
people would prefer a monthly fee over like the year TV license, because you get.
But you
more
can't.
Content.
But you think it's all if you've got like 15 different services and you pay £10 a month. That's a lot of money a month, isn't it? If you wanted them all.
Yeah.
So much choice, but it's just the way it's going.
Yeah, exactly. So
I cannot remember the last time I actually watched terrestrial TV. If I turn my TV box on, it's to watch something that I've recorded.
Yeah.
I can never sit and then the thought of sitting watching what's on TV and watching adverts.
Yes, yeah. I exactly. I think that's it. And so I think for me, that's a big thing when coming up with new ideas. I'm looking at new markets, new things to do, interactive, and I think actually my time at McDonald's has helped me realize some new ways of doing things, and it's also got my name out in a way. A different type of way than the normal conventional way, and I hope at least that will work in my favour.
It's still your own doing though, because if you hadn't thought outside the box, you wouldn't have been.
Exactly.
It wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's full circle, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, definitely.
Unconventional.
That's it. I'm not a conventional person.
No.
I think it was when I started at Whitehaven. Obviously, I'd never worked at McDonald's before. In my interview,
well, you couldn't have had. You're only 21. You can't have had that many jobs at all
exactly.
before.
Yeah. And I was asked. I was asked what I could bring to the job, and I said I'll surprise you. And I think I've lived up to that.
I bet they liked that answer.
Oh,
'cause it wouldn't have been. Not many people would say that.
Well, yeah, I think that's.
If they did, they would just made it up and they go, oh, shit, what am I going to surprise them with? I've got nothing. I've got
exactly.
nothing.
Oh well. You see, I delivered on my promise of that, and both at Whitehaven and Penrith. Yeah.
But yeah, especially younger people now are consuming in a totally different way. Than it has been
exactly, and I think that's the big thing is you need it to be different and you need it to be interactive and that type of thing, and so you need to create something that's going to appeal to everybody, and I think that's a great thing with the McDonald's as well.
It's a challenge as well, though.
It's a challenge, definitely, but I think around the drive-through, that's a great thing is that I'm able to appeal to the oldest customers and the youngest customers of all different.
Everyone.
So everybody from different backgrounds. It doesn't matter if you're up here on a business trip from London or you're local and the McDonald's is just around the corner for you. I think it's giving that experience which is different.
If you can create content that did that as well.
Exactly, and I think that's
half
McDonald's is a stepping stone. Yeah, to being able to create this interactive and new content.
Yeah, because the way things are going, I think everything's going to be online. Everything's sort of chopped up into smaller sound bites these days, and it's used in different ways.
Exactly.
And people are always looking for new ways to do things. So I think
it
sounds like you're in the right place.
Well, yeah, exactly. I everything happens for a reason, and my career thing was building up, and then I had a few teething issues, which is why I had to start at Whitehaven,
Right.
And then as I say, that has given me a new opportunity I thought I never could have. So I think everything happens for a reason, and I'm excited for what the next thing is.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. And I'm just practicing my Christmas routines now for
Of
McDonald's.
course.
Right? Yes.
Oh yeah,
It's
a
getting
whole new world.
It's getting round to it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas at McDonald's.
What do McDonald's do Christmas-wise? Food? What different things do they bring out?
So they've brought out the Big Tasty this time, and they've also brought out the Chicken Deluxe with some festive cheesy dippers. Is what I've what
You're
I've
talking
seen.
our language now.
Yes.
Yes, here we
This
go.
is our level.
Yes. They've also brought out the Matchmaker Cool Mint McFlurry. So
I'm confused by that, but it sounds amazing.
you know, like the chocolate matchmakers.
Oh, matchmakers, yes,
matchmakers,
of
yes, yeah.
Wow.
So
See, McDonald's can just do a deal with anybody.
yeah. they have a lot of different ones, and so
That sounds amazing. I want that now. I'm going.
So yeah, that's definitely there's some festive items, but it's I'm just practicing ready for when we start officially Christmas, and I will be.
When does McDonald's start Christmas?
So their food menu starts on the 20th of November. So it's just started now, but kind of properly, it's kind of the start of December.
Do McDonald's have an official Christmas commercial?
They do. They
I've
have
seen
a new one out now. It's called 'Reindeer Ready, and if you have a look, I've seen it a couple
Make
of
a note of
times.
that. I'll put it in the show notes.
Yeah. You'll see the advert. It's about a young girl that wants to play reindeers, and it's half animation, half real action. Live
I think
action.
I might have seen it, but I can't remember. I have to look that one up.
Yeah. Definitely have a look at it.
Because that's the other big competition now at Christmas. Everyone's Christmas advert. It used to be just like they're waiting for the John Lewis one.
Yeah. Oh
now
no.
It's Aldi and M&S and
Asda, McDonald's.
Have one.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah,
it seems like their sole aim is to make you cry.
Yeah, exactly. Some people have asked.
Oh, the snowman.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. I think a lot of people have asked me, would I ever consider doing advertisements as well as like films and media and stuff? And I always vowed that if given the opportunity, I'd make a funny Christmas story, not a sad one, to stand out, because that seems to be what everybody's doing at the moment.
Why not?
But why not? You change it up, you do something different, and I think that's the amazing thing. Yeah.
Because what is it? Almost ended in November. Christmas is here. It's like a battleground out there, isn't it? Of companies competing with each other for
exactly. Yeah. I mean, I don't care much for the adverts. I go to whatever's nearest, but that's me. But
no, it's good though. I enjoy it. Are you a Christmas guy?
Oh yes, yeah.
I didn't used to be, but as I've got old, I guess I'm old. I embrace Christmas.
Yeah. No, I've always loved Christmas, and then for a couple of years when I was kind of turning 15, 16, had a bit of a hate of Christmas. I'll just work, and then
you turned into Scrooge for a short while.
My Scrooge period, and then I'm over that now, and I'm back to loving Christmas. I always decorate the house full of lights and things, so people probably think there's an alien invasion going on inside the house, like this green. And then this, something's going on. But
I've even started like getting lights on the front of my house.
Yeah,
that's what I did last year. Like a little spinny thing that the lights move around on the front of the house.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, get you.
I always love all the celebrations. When we did Halloween, I obviously with my company I have like smoke machines and everything like that.
Yeah.
They'd knock on the door. We'd open the door to like strobe lighting, and then a shoot of smoke. Everybody's going, oh, I really want to go to that one. And again, it's all this unique experience and difference. I mean, if I had like full reign over McDonald's, I would have like people dressed up as proper different characters. Like we'd have Darth Vader taking your order, and
that would be awesome.
Yoda's in the kitchen, and then if I'm singing a particular song, like we could have like the Titanic. We could have some of the crew dancing in front of the car and stuff. If I got my full
I could have my order taken by Darth Vader. That's enough for me. I'm in.
You're happy with that, yeah. Yeah, just get, if anybody doesn't like it, get your lightsaber out.
Do you want fries with that? I find your lack of nuggets disturbing.
Exactly, that's what it is. And I think with everything, like even now, I've given you that narrative, and you can run with it. So yeah. I think that's amazing.
It's fun. Who doesn't like fun?
Exactly.
And laughing.
That's it. Yeah, I'm just a fun guy. If you want to have fun, you can come with me.
Any opportunity and excuse to have a laugh, I think you should just take it.
Yeah,
that's my motto in life.
That's it. And
sometimes it can be a bit too serious.
Exactly, and I think that's it. And I think when I was younger, I was so fixated on making it in the film world and everything that I didn't enjoy the process of getting to it. And I think that's the big thing.
Lose perception.
Exactly. And now I've stepped back a little bit, and I've just gone, let's enjoy the ride. If I get there, I get there.
Because it could be a short ride.
Exactly. It could be a short ride. I may not make it. I may make it. Who knows? But
have fun while you're doing it.
Exactly, and I think that's the big thing, and I think that's probably what McDonald's has taught me, is that it's a stepping stone for me. But you can still have fun on stepping stones.
I think McDonald's embraced that fact that they know what they are and they identify it and they run with it. Like, for a lot of people, it is a stepping stone, whether at university or
exactly
in between other jobs or whatever. But
I did look at some statistics that showed that most people, the majority of people that work at McDonald's are only there for about 6 months.
And they're fine with that.
And exactly. And I think that's the big thing. So it's a job for them to constantly be hiring, but at the same time, you get a lot. Not only do you get a lot of different customers, you get a lot of different crew and people to work with. And in just the 6 weeks that I've been working, we've had 5-6 new employees, like what a new employee each week, to be honest. And it's great to get to know different people of different cultures. I think that's amazing.
Because when I was on the phone to McDonald's, I think his name was Frank.
Frank, yeah.
He was saying that they're fully aware that this is probably a stepping stone before you do your company, and you'll move on. And they mentioned that straight away, and I was like, cool,
yeah,
that's great.
Oh yeah, exactly. You know, for me, it's a stepping stone. I didn't want to be there as long as I was at Whitehaven. You know, I didn't want to come back to Penrith particularly, but you know, you do what you've got to do, and I'm making the best of the situation. But it's turned out great. Yeah, I'm making the best of the situation.
You just never know, do you?
That's
Sometimes
it.
you've just got to do stuff and just go for it.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the big thing. Sometimes it is just taking a leap of faith. Yeah.
So the company that you're setting up and with the place that you're going into, that's probably your ideal situation.
That's
what you want to do.
That's
if you
my
could choose,
career.
that's what you would choose to do anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So that's it. So I think that's the big thing, is that I want to entertain people. That's what I want a career in. More so, you know, writing my own content and shooting it. You know, that's what I want to be doing particularly. That's the dream. But McDonald's being able to entertain people, it's keeping that same ethos alive, really.
It's just you doing what you do,
basically.
basically.
Yeah. And that was the big thing. They were talking on the BBC Radio Cumbria about fantastic customer service, and used myself as an example when they interviewed me. They did say about my company, they did say that I come from an entertainment background. But I think it's important to remember in that even though I come from an entertainment background and I want to go into an entertainment job, you know, career, they were talking about a fantastic customer service, and I think everybody is capable of doing it. So I think it's one of those things where I think we need a lot more of it sparking off. And I
think that's what would happen, because 9 people out of 10 would get the job that you got, and they wouldn't have even thought of doing something like that.
Yeah,
they would just take the order.
So I'm hoping that I can spark a bit of.
That's the kind of thing though that makes your day. For a start, it makes your day go by quicker.
Oh yeah.
If
definitely.
you can makes you laugh, it makes somebody else laugh.
What 100%? Yeah. That's it.
And it probably will inspire more people who have jobs similar to that, or other jobs, to just think, what can I do? How can I make this more fun?
Yeah, exactly. It's
all good.
it's all good. Yeah. So I think that's the thing, and there's already people that have come up with different ideas from the crew. So I think it's just to just spark a little thing, and from there,
because there could have been other people who, like the person taking the orders at the machine, they might want to do something similar where you're working together.
Exactly. Yeah. I've already done that, actually.
Right.
So where I say at the very end, that will be such and such amount or whatever. We also do, like with the chicken nuggets, I'll say, I'll need some more chickens plucked, and I ask the person next to me that's cashiering, can we have some more chickens plucked? And he'll come up to the mic and he'll say, certainly, sir, or something like that, or he'll be going, or so, you know. So I'm already sparking that with other people, and I hope by the time I leave, that I will have inspired everybody to do something different. It doesn't have to be like mine. I want it to be their own thing.
Well, just going back to like McDonald's, as far as a major corporation goes, just the fact that they're okay with it and they're allowing it, because there would be some companies would maybe tell you to tone it down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's some people that do that, but not McDonald's.
Other companies like Amazon, Google, they're all supposedly, I've heard, great places to work with similar attitudes to things like that.
Yeah. I know Google are very much they want diversity, and I think that's what. Definitely when I start employing lots of people properly with my company, I want people who think out the box. I want people who are different. And I think, to be honest, I think more companies should embrace it, such as like McDonald's and Google and Amazon and stuff they have. If more people were different, I think it would make everybody's experience much better. And like McDonald's are now trialing the automated order taking systems and things like that. In America, they're already doing it in America. And
cut out the human element.
Exactly, and I think
I don't think I would like that.
That's the thing. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried. Like
unless they've got highly programmed AI that's got like an attitude.
Yeah, well, some of the McDonald's workers have suggested that they recommend me to be the voice of these automated machines.
As long as you get some money for that, I'll be up for that.
I'm not sure how comfortable I would be having my voice at every single McDonald's across the country. It could be
when the checks start rolling in, I don't think you'd care.
It's like, oh no, him again.
You need sat nav next.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, well, there we go. That's an idea. Yeah. Hi there. Welcome to your own car.
Welcome to your house.
Exactly. Oh, we'll do smart house as well. The smart houses.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, can I have something? No, you can't. You've already eaten. Or something like that, yeah. You've been to I saw you at McDonald's already. You're not
because combined with your phone, it knows where you've been.
That's it. Yeah. We'll do something like that.
You've already had 4,000 calories today. That's enough for you.
Exactly. Yeah. Just lock the fridge.
Or the sat nav. You've gone the wrong way, but we'll make the most of it.
Exactly. That's it, isn't it? You've taken the scenic route.
We're all laughing. It's all. That's what it should be about.
That's it. That's it. And I think he's coming up with different things such as that. Yeah.
We've all met people who seem to don't like fun.
Yeah.
Some people are like, I've never seen this person laugh. They never, a whole room is laughing at something. They're just like, no. Or people who you can't imagine laughing their head off at a comedian. Yeah. Going to a comedy club.
So some people who just chuckle. Just
Everyone else is on the floor laughing.
Yeah.
Don't you do humour?
Well, I think that's it. Is everybody takes it differently, so you have to be careful because if you don't get it the right way, some people could take it the wrong way. Like I've had people who are in blue, like a blue coat, and their car is blue, and I said, "Are you dressing as the car today, madam?" And one woman didn't take it as funny as most of them did. She's like, "I'll have a free McDonald's now."
That'll be the next video that goes viral. Him get punched in the face or something.
Yeah. Well, I hope
I'll get 18 million views.
Yeah, it's always the way, isn't it?
You're behind glass. It's fine.
All right, it's all right. It's okay. Yeah, definitely. So that's kind of how that's going at the moment.
But yeah, I mean, you seem to have that brain of just creativity and just always coming up with new ideas. So
yeah. I think it's. Well, I think I'm just quick-witted at it. I think anybody.
If you can assemble a team of like-minded people,
I think that's If I can assemble a team of like-minded people, then I think I'll.
So are you talking about potentially if something on say Netflix will have your name on it potentially? Is that what you mean?
So yeah.
They might buy up your content.
They would buy up my content. So rather than I pitch a story to them and then they go off and make it and I get paid $100,000 for the rights to my script, I actually have all the cameras and stuff. So we're actually the production company. So
they would just buy the finished product off you?
They'd buy the finished product off us. Right. Yeah. And I think that's interesting, and I already offered a little position to a manager at Whitehaven. He said he's looking to do something different and new, and I've said well when I'm set up, why don't you come over and do some for me? There's a writer at Penrith McDonald's currently, and I've said, well, send some of your work bits as well.
What kind of writer?
So she's like a fiction writer.
Okay.
And she's just finished her university course. She's working at McDonald's while she's looking for another opportunity. And I think that's the best thing as well as me getting opportunities, I want to give other people the opportunities as well. So as I say, one manager in Whitehaven, I've offered a position. Another a writer at Penrith, I've offered her a position, and I think it's finding those like-minded people that can create some. So that's the key, yeah. And going from there, then I can also share my creativity and my opportunities with other people as well.
So could it be both you coming up with ideas, creating content, and pitching it to companies, but also people might be coming to you asking for you to do a specific thing.
Exactly. Yeah. So there's a lot of different
Once
things.
you get going, and
Once
you get
I
a
get
reputation,
going, yeah, and we've got a reputation.
you've got
then-
like a portfolio.
Exactly. Yeah. Then I think that's going to be another thing. Is
Well, that's a whole different avenue, isn't it?
It is, and it gives the opportunities for many more people. Like it's a hard industry to get into, and that's one reason why I'm at McDonald's at the moment. Is it's not easy to just walk into it. But when I go in, I want to make sure that I hold the door open for other people as well.
Yeah, because the dichotomy of stuff that's coming out of your brain, your creative team,
Exactly, yeah.
versus stuff that you're creating for other people.
Exactly.
So that's a good body of work to.
Exactly. Yeah. And
Constant challenge.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think that's the big thing. And I also want to be able to. Everybody said that I'd make a fantastic boss if I was, because I'm very fun.
You gotta be friendly but firm.
I'm gonna be friendly but firm, but I'm like a fun type of guy. So
Not easy for a 21-year-old in today's world.
No, it's not easy. It's not easy. I've got a lot of pressures
Fast
on.
learning curve.
It's a fact. Oh yeah.
It's a harsh world out there.
It is. It is. But I'm hoping that what they've said about me making a good boss comes true.
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell.
So what is in the immediate future? Have you got the company? Is it set up then?
Yeah. It was actually incorporated back in 2017.
Right.
And as I say, I had a few issues with one of the contracts I did. Back in the very end of 2018, which hence meant that I made some heavy losses.
Right.
And
lots of companies do it. At the
exactly.
beginning,
Yeah. Lots of companies do at the beginning. Which
even successful companies at the beginning make a loss sometimes in the first 2 or 3 years just because of the initial expense.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I remember just a few months ago, Netflix was in £20 million of debt.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's because they've been investing.
Exactly, they've been investing so heavily on content.
Buying various.
Exactly, yeah. And now they're in a position where they're
like
making 20 million a day.
When you hear we've got 150 million paid subscribers, it's like we'll make it back.
Yeah. They'll make billions of pounds, and so I think that's
kind of the model that most people will end up using.
Exactly, yeah.
Get paid for your content, or if you've built up content, people will pay for it.
Exactly, yeah. So that's how I want it to all work.
Do you think you'll go like most people and you'll go to London?
Yeah.
That's pretty much.
I'm hoping to move to Essex, just outside of London. I'm not a big city person, but I'm not like a quiet country lane, no transport or anything type of person either. So
because I know it's a digital world, everything's online, but
exactly, yeah.
Places like London, it's like a hub for networking.
London and Manchester are the two biggest places.
Manchester as well. Yeah, definitely.
They're the two biggest places in the country, really. If you really want to get into that type of stuff. So yeah, I'm hoping that once I've got the ball rolling, I'll be able to move down Essex way. And
it's quite away from here.
Yes, yeah. Well, I'm not going to forget my my pals up in Cumbria.
You'll always come back up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll have to schedule another podcast for when I've done it.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll have another one.
So have you got any content that's out already?
No, we're still creating the content at the moment. And as I say, we're starting with this children's show. We've also got like a live action drama that we're writing called Raven and Crow, which is about two retired police officers becoming private detectives.
Right.
So it's they basically they don't want to retire, but the force is making them retire.
Staying too long at the party.
Exactly. Yeah. So they become private detectives because they can't do that. So
do you know the local cinema, the Alhambra, Penrith?
I've heard of it and I've walked past it. I've never been in there.
The two guys who run that have been on here.
Right. Okay.
And they've just recently made their own horror film. But they screen films. Independent films at the cinema as well.
Oh, very good.
So if you ever, I'll hook you up with those guys. But if you ever want to put a screening on of anything, Cause sometimes people want to test it with an audience.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's a great. They've got like a separate private screen as well, which I didn't know about. I just heard it the other day. When you go in, like just past the counter, not upstairs, on the. where they're going. So if they like show, sometimes they show classic films where they know they're only going to get like 20 people in. It's a really small screening, but it's perfect for stuff like that.
Yeah,
I didn't know they existed.
Yeah, well, there we go then. So yeah, but they're the things I'm working on at the moment.
Because that would be cool. How cool would that be to just like be in a room with people watching something that you've spent ages on?
Well, that's
that
it.
Would be cool.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can put it out online. But
yeah.
And you get comments, but to actually be in the room when people are watching it.
Yeah. Oh no, definitely. I mean, I always said that if I were to ever make a film that went like to all the cinemas, it was a huge release. I'd just buy a ticket as a normal, go in and just sit in and watch what people think.
With your hood up.
Exactly. Yeah. There can't be any cameos, or I'm not getting out of the car park for a while. But as I say, that's really what I want to do, and that's the whole reason I want to do entertainment, is because I've sat in so many shows, and I've worked on so many shows, and I've seen people crying with laughter, crying with sadness, like hissing at all the baddies and stuff like that.
With your content, you can do that.
Exactly.
You can create those reactions.
And it's a magical thing for me. And going back to what I said earlier about how I get all the energy to do it for 8 hours a day. If the customers are laughing, that's the energy.
You feed off that energy.
I feed.
It's like any live show.
Exactly.
The performers feed off the audience, and
exactly.
Vice versa.
Yeah. And as I say, I've done some big concerts and stuff before. I've worked with the Happy Mondays and the Shires and things like that. And doing those huge concerts and things, just seeing the people afterwards smiling, happy. I want to have that effect on people. I want people to enjoy my content as much as that.
So how are you on your social media skills then?
How am I on my social media skills? Well, we've not properly set up yet, so we've created 2 Twitter accounts, one for me personally, one for my business. We're about to start our Facebook page, and we have a website which, if you go onto it, it'll say it's coming soon. So it's starting up, and that should be all ready by hopefully in the next 2 weeks. So.
You doing Instagram as well?
Pardon? I'm not an
should.
I'm not an Instagram person. You see,
should do it. Your company should do it.
Right.
Get someone who does Instagram. Get them to do it for you.
Yeah, I might have to do that.
Because Instagram, it's not just about pictures anymore. It's people putting clips up all the time. They get shared and viewed.
Okay.
And they do Instagram stories. Not that I do Instagram stories, but I see it all the time. And it's just people repurpose their content as well, and keep stuff more current.
Right. Okay.
Obviously, it's owned by Facebook, so they link up with each other as well. So.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Something I recommend you look into anyway.
I will look into Instagram. As I said, I've never ever been on it. Ever.
You should.
I will have a.
Just set up an account.
Like I've not even looked at anything on Instagram. Never. It's just like I know the name. That's about
I recommend it.
I will go on your recommendation.
I actually prefer it now to Facebook.
Do you?
My Facebook usage, other than for the podcast, it's gone down.
Has it? Right.
I'm mainly going to Instagram.
Oh right. Okay. Fair enough.
Because there's less. I don't know. It's more about the content rather than like the commentary that goes with it. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So
okay.
someone put a picture up and they put a bit of a comment. And it's all about the interaction with people in the comments and the views and stuff like that. And I just get a lot of more positive, accurate feedback, I suppose, on Instagram.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I think for me with the Facebook is the ads, like the advertising can be quite targeted.
You can do that. You can do that on Instagram as well.
Can you?
Oh, it's owned by Facebook.
Oh right. Okay. Well, I was going to say for customer, like consumers of Facebook and then I suppose Instagram, that type of thing where they know what you like and they know what you dislike and things.
True.
There's a bit of controversy over that. But as a business that's putting yourself out there, if Facebook know what you like and what you don't like, then it means I can say anybody who is like a film production producer or something, I want you to see this, and then I pay like 50 quid and it sends it out to every producer in the world. That's what. So I think in a business point of view that really helps.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So you've got endless options of what you can do. It's like,
well, that's what I want. I want to be free.
Too many options.
Yeah.
You need to be focused, I suppose.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
You can't have too many plates spinning at the same time.
I think,
especially not at the beginning.
Yeah. No, I think that's definitely it. And I am very free compared to other people. Like I'm still living at home at the moment, so that gives me more options. Like there's a lot of people I feel a little bit sorry for, like that work at McDonald's. They're young, they're just starting out, but they've got to pay for a house, they've got to pay for this and that.
Or even older people who do that in the situation, they've got a mortgage, so they have to work full time for that.
They have to do that. So
but they've also got this huge passion that they really want to pursue.
Exactly. And I think that's the whole thing is that I'm very lucky to be in the position that I'm at. it now, because regardless of what's been going on at McDonald's, the different options that I have, I can do anything, and for me, it's narrowing down my options to certain things.
Focusing on certain. It's like if you had like 20 ideas, let's do 5.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. Definitely.
Because obviously, then you'll work on each bit individually, and they'll all take a long time. Whereas if you just focus on a few, get them banged out.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to build up a team, so rather than me having to do everything, absolutely everything, that I can go, right, I'm going to focus on this bit, and you can focus on that bit, and that type of thing. That's what I want to.
Someone who's good on social media, someone who's good at video editing, someone who's good at PR.
Exactly.
You need all of that.
I need all of that, and so right now, rather than bringing in the best experts, because you can't afford them at this stage, my company can't afford them at this stage. Rather than do that, I'm looking for talented people who are willing to train and learn more, rather than be the expert in it, because I think that's a big thing. As the company grows and I grow, I want everybody else to grow with me, and I think
it'd be more at this stage more important that they had a passion for it,
exactly,
than they were sort of an expert in
it,
exactly,
and I think that's the big thing. And at Penrith, there's even at the McDonald's, there's been a lot of people I've noticed that have got a lot of passion and stuff. So
do you think what you're doing has brought that out of them?
I think so, yeah.
Or they might have encouraged them to talk about it.
I think so, yeah. I think with me, it's just been that different's okay, and I think that's something that we don't get out of. Like everybody's saying, "Oh, I just want you to, I just want to have a normal life and a normal family and that type of thing."
What's normal?
What's normal? Exactly. I think a lot of it is.
I think for you, being different is normal.
Exactly. Yeah. I think being different is normal. Not everybody.
It certainly can be for some people.
Exactly, and I think that's the big thing for me. Yeah, and but I think. Since I've always asked people at McDonald's or wherever I am, sometimes when we're waiting for food to come from the kitchen, I'll ask what the people in the cars, what they do for a job and that type of thing.
Yeah, and I'm the same actually. Yeah,
exactly. And I think it just sparks off a conversation. This is what I want to do. This is what I'm working on at the moment, and that type of thing. And sometimes I think people just need a little push to talk about it, because I think. A lot of people, they put success down to money, and I put success down to how happy you are, and fulfilled. Yeah,
you're wise for your years.
Oh,
no, you're right though. If someone can be really happy, they might not have much money, but if they're really happy doing what they're doing, that's success.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Completely not a success.
For me, success. If I'm fulfilled, I'm doing what I want to do, and I'm happy. That takes precedence over money, and
because let's face it,
that type of thing.
Not everyone who's rich is happy.
Exactly. Yeah. Money doesn't make you happy, and I think that's the big thing. And
it can if it's used in the right way and you've earned it in the right way.
Exactly. Yeah. True. But I think no, that's a big thing. For me particularly, is I've always pursued what I have a passion and what I want to do, rather than what pays the most money.
Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes in the beginning you may have to do things or accept jobs or adverts or whatever just because it's going to give you some money, which you need in the beginning to take you to the next level.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices.
So sometimes you have to do that. Yeah, definitely. But as I say, I think with it all is just to stay true to yourself. Don't become somebody else.
Yeah, you got to have the right attitude as well, haven't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, my attitude coming into McDonald's, which is probably the way it worked, was I'm doing this job. It's not the job that I want to be doing, but I'm going to do that to the best of my ability, and that's the attitude I took with McDonald's.
And probably working at somewhere like McDonald's has changed your perception of it before you worked there.
It has. It's given me ideas for new like films and things like that, new like story narratives and things, because before I worked at McDonald's I was very shielded. I kind of, my parents
shy.
No, not shy,
sheltered.
Like sheltered, yeah,
right,
shielded.
Yeah, what you mean.
From a lot of societies. I worked with some of the better, like the good people, like Virgin TV and things, people who'd already made it, and that's not a bad thing, but it meant that I didn't work with the type of inexperienced people. I didn't work with a mix of different people. I work with a certain type of person all the time, and it's open. Working at McDonald's, just the culture and everything's opened my mind a bit. It's left me with people like this and that and stuff like that. Like with all the kind of groups of people I've been involved with before McDonald's.
Yeah, almost like a sitcom style thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like The Office.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, lots of people who've worked in offices can totally relate to that.
Exactly, yeah, and I think that's it. I think every company, even every store, has a different culture and that type of thing. Like
have some sort of narrative.
Exactly, yeah.
On.
Like the cultures with all the different stores. It's all different, and I think that it's both amazing and curiously intriguing at the same time.
Yeah, or you can make it like a documentary.
Exactly, yeah.
Or things. Did you see Car Show, Peter Kay?
Yes, I've seen a bit of it.
Based on how many people do that. The stuff that happens is like, Seinfeld, the biggest sitcom in the world ever, whether you've seen it or not. It's just basically based on real life, and all the stories in it were something that happened to someone, whether it be the crew, the actors, or someone in the production. They'll say, "Have you got any funny stories of what's happened to you?" And we'll make a story in the show out of it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like there's an entire episode where they got stuck in the queue waiting at the Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
They never got served. They never left. The whole episode. And that was the challenge that they set for themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
But it also actually happened.
Yeah.
And it actually got to the point where one of the actors, halfway through the first season, was going, got the script and going, whoa. First of all, this would never happen. And if it did, nobody would react this way. And the guy went, yeah, it did. That happened to me. That's exactly how I reacted.
Yeah.
And from that point on, he went, okay, I'm never going to question this again.
Yeah.
Hence, it became the biggest sitcom in the world ever.
Yeah. So I think that's it, and I think you can take a lot of inspiration from real life. I mean, I personally specialize in like fiction and that type of thing. So that's where
the opposites, isn't it? Fiction versus reality.
Exactly.
They're both sources of great content.
Exactly.
But fiction's more, I suppose.
It's more imagination. It's that type of thing. That's kind of where my company's going to specialize is in fiction writing.
But if you think like Ricky Gervais, he's brilliant at observation and making like a show out of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, was that The Afterlife?
Yes.
Did you see that?
Yeah. I've seen.
I mean, that was like it was emotional, but it was also hilarious at the same time.
Exactly. Like he's just lost his wife, and he's
handling it wrong.
He's just he's not the best person.
But that's all come from Ricky Gervais's mind.
Exactly.
And things that he's observed.
Yeah. And I think that's it. And
that's a modern day way of doing something, or that's an example of modern day content that's being produced these days.
Yeah. I think with Afterlife and stuff, it's amazing how much fake fiction can be influenced by reality, and how reality can be influenced by fiction.
They work well together. And like some films that are based on real events. Obviously, they've added some stuff to it to make it more into a film, but that's fiction and reality have worked together perfectly.
Yeah, exactly.
So you could do that as well. You could have works of complete fiction, reality, and you could combine the two.
Yeah. Well, as I say, I've got 3 projects I'm working on at the moment. One is a big kind of drama, mystery, whodunit drama. The other is a children's TV show, and the final one is a documentary. So I've got like a full circle of lots of different things.
How many people would you say you're working with it currently?
I've worked with loads of different people. Who I'm working with now, I've probably got 5 or 6 people, but even though it's a small team, they're all passionate. We're all there, and it may take a little bit longer because we're small, but if it's going to affect the product in a positive way, then that's
it's worth taking your time, isn't it?
Exactly.
Especially because you need to make an impact at the beginning.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think that's the big thing. Like the first ones you do is you
so are you going to be putting out some like trailers and clips and stuff?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I think it's an interesting way of how we release it and how we do all of that. So I'm also starting up my own YouTube account, which is going to be called Filming Friday. So every Friday, it's going to be me showing a little bit of the projects that we're working on, and moving forward there with a bit of comedy. It's not just me explaining. There's a bit of the funny McDonald's guy in there.
Like shorter clips.
It'll be like 10-minute little episodes, so it's not going to be long, but it's going to be something where people can kind of see if you come from a background of film and that type of thing, you'll be able to see how we're doing it all, and that type of thing. If you come from a background of just like you like watching funny videos, it'll cater to that and stuff. So I think that's a big thing as well.
Well, that ties in with Instagram, because Instagram is the visual side of things. That's
right.
what I probably didn't explain earlier. It's all about the visual. So whether it's a photo or a short clip, that's what people love, and that's what people are on there for.
Yeah.
So that's YouTube and Instagram also go hand in hand.
Yeah.
I see a lot of accounts doing that.
Yeah.
They'll put a clip up, like maybe 10 seconds, and if you want to see the full clip, go here. Send them to YouTube or a website or something like that.
Yeah, no, well, and that's something I really respect about Netflix, is that they're really compared to the other broadcasters like ITV, BBC, and stuff, which are quite set. You've got to meet this criteria and this criteria. Netflix are a lot more relaxed, and they like independent filmmakers. I
think that's how you get the best results.
I think that's
just
it.
Let them give them the money and just let them do what they were going to do. Don't try and influence it.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think that's one reason, and they've. Netflix have a culture, not necessarily with their employees, but with their films, that they want unique and different.
To be fair, Amazon are the same.
Yes, yeah.
The Grand Tour, which was
a Top Gear, yeah.
That was the same thing.
Yeah.
Said, here's a bunch of money, just do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Take it to the next level if you want. We don't care. Just do it.
They didn't.
Yeah,
they didn't disappoint.
No, they didn't. And that's the sign of like a change, because you wouldn't have got that 20 years ago.
No.
You wouldn't have dared took it, because it's a risk.
Yeah. I think that's the big thing.
Going to be.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing with this industry, is that it's particularly now with even just the cameras in your phone are 4K. The new Sony one's meant to be 8K, I think, and does super slow-mo. But I think right now we live in times where it's easy for anybody, literally any Tom, Dick and Harry can make a film. But it's harder than ever to get distribution and sell it. So that's
you've also got to have a really good idea.
Exactly. I think that's the big thing.
Because you could have all the gear and no idea.
Exactly. So I think the big thing is that the story's the most important thing. And like a lot of people said to me, you couldn't make up how you started at McDonald's and how it went through. I go, no, I couldn't make it up. But it's a story. I think
that's your currency now, is ideas.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. That's the big bucks.
Because you could be the point where you won't come up with the ideas. You'll be getting people to give you the ideas, and you'll do it.
Yeah. So I always want to be able to create my own ideas, but I always love to hear other people's ideas. I think
collaborate.
Exactly. I think that's a problem we live in society, both with films and ideas and things like that, and with things, if I dare go there, politics and like what you voted, or that type of thing. People really need to respect each other in terms of their ideas and that type of thing. And I think you can have different ideas, you can disagree with things, but I think if you have the respect to understand why they have this idea or whatever, then I think that's a big thing. And I've listened to a lot of people's ideas. They've said, oh, listen to this, I think this sounds better. I'm going to say that kind of 6 times out of 10, the idea isn't as good as what I thought, but on some occasions, the idea is better than what I thought.
Being open-minded, isn't it?
And it's being open-minded. So I think that's a big thing, and I think that's a big thing for McDonald's, the McDonald's staff, and the customers that come round, is they're open-minded about it. And when you're open-minded, you can achieve anything.
It baffles me today why everyone's fighting and arguing, disagreeing with things, and to the having riots and protests and I don't understand why. So what? Someone likes a different political party, or has a different religion, or comes from a different country, or
Well, I think that's the thing. Like I respect everybody's opinions and that type of thing, but I think right now we have they have their own opinions, and they want to force that opinion on other people.
Yeah,
and I think
that's a big part of it.
I think that's the big thing for me.
That's the thing that we're fighting.
Yes,
that's the only thing you should be fighting, is for more diversity and
more.
I don't know, be able to coexist with someone who might be completely opposite to you.
Yeah. I think that's
Because I could
it.
have opposing, I don't know, political views with someone, but
Mhm.
I could still then go to the pub and have a pint with them.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't let that affect our
Exactly,
friendship.
yeah.
But why? I don't understand why you would.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm-
Definitely.
He supports Labour or whatever. I'm not. I can't go for a pint with him. Like, why?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I mean,
You're
there's
sort of like denying yourself other useful, important relationships,
Exactly.
and conversations and
Exactly.
opportunities.
Yeah, definitely. And as I say, I personally, I'm a conservative, but there's other people in my team that like Labour. Doesn't matter for me as long as they do, can bring those ideas and those things into me and help me develop them. Help everybody.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't matter.
No.
But
There's those types of people that are like they only want to surround themselves with people who feel the same.
exactly.
So
But if
they're
we're
not
all
being exposed
yeah,
to any opposite arguments.
exactly.
Or,
But if we're all the same, then what's the point?
then you wouldn't be here now.
I wouldn't be here now
If you just went to McDonald's and went, what do you want?
Yeah. I don't
You would not
think
be
I
here
could.
now.
I don't think I could do that. I don't
Have you
think
tried
I,
it?
No.
God,
I mean,
take your
a manager
orders.
actually.
I'm trying not to.
No.
Someone's like holding you down.
Oh no! A manager said to me. She said, "Reuben, I want you." I was on the front till. I wasn't on the drive-thru
Okay.
for this, but she said, "Reuben, I want you to take my order in a sad way." And that's. I just went, "Hey up." She was from Yorkshire as well. She didn't take it particularly great. It's like, why? When I said sad, why do you go Yorkshire? I was like, sorry, I really don't know.
Because I'm not a sad person.
I'm not a sad person. Like
Yeah.
she said, you can't do it, can you? No, I can't.
Which is a good thing. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah. So that's a weakness.
Could have
I
been the other
can't.
way around, and you could have been like that genuinely. And they're trying to make you do it happy, and you couldn't do that.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. No. But that's my weakness. So
Can you imagine doing what you do to their face?
pardon.
You know, at the till.
Oh right.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah, I have done it. I have done it. Yeah. It doesn't. I don't know. I think the mystery of somebody talking
Yeah, it's
through
just
the
a voice.
box
But
works
it must
better.
be more. It could be more intimidating for you because there could be like loads of people there.
Yeah.
They're all going to be like looking at you.
Yeah. When the BBC radio came and they recorded me, and the whole kitchen stopped and stood around
Working
me.
under pressure.
And that was a little bit pressurizing. Yeah.
How did you handle it? Did you do okay?
Yeah. It was all right. It seemed.
Did they use it?
Yeah, they used it. There was a little technical hitch which they with the till because it's touchscreen, and sometimes the touchscreens on the tills go a little bit off, so you've got to press kind of up a little bit for something that's down below or something like that.
Actually, so it's like you always go up where you want to press.
Yeah.
I see what
Always
you
go
mean.
up
Yeah,
of
yeah.
where you want to press or something
Right,
like that. So there was a little technical hitch where I added an extra legend or something to their order where I had to take that off or something.
I'm
But
giving you extra legend because you are a legend.
yeah. Well, that's it. They always say, "Can I have a chicken legend?" I say, "But you're the real legend, man."
Yes.
Yes. So there's.
So have you like got the menu out and studied it? What can I make a joke on?
So we don't necessarily have like a menu that we can study, but we also have we have all the menu on the till. Like there's no
I see.
things, so it's all laid out across the till. Occasionally we get people with allergies. And I
Right.
say, well, I'll have to send you round to the next window without your order because I don't want you to blow up like a Violet Beauregard. And then that's where we've had other people join in. I say, because Tom, you don't want to squeeze her, do you? And he's go, no, I don't. So there's those things like that or whatever. And it's just creating great comedy out of different things really. Looking out of like if you can't make a joke for the product, then you do it with something related. Like chicken nuggets aren't really that funny, but if you say you want some chicken nuggets, but what sexy sauce do you want with that, or something like that, then you make it funny. Dunking your nuggets or whatever. It's interesting. Like if they say they don't want any ice, I just say we're not sinking the Titanic. There's loads of different things, and I think that's it. So I haven't really studied it. I've done the menu so many times now. I know it off in my mind. I can kind of see everything.
I can just imagine when was it Radio Cumbria came to record you, if you got the one customer who just wasn't getting it, just as you get there.
Yeah.
That would have been me if it was me. Like, what?
No, well, luckily they actually sent round their producer came round
right.
to do it. So they recorded it from both sides, but there were people from behind that were looking like, what the hell is going on?
Because I remember one of the first times in my life when I realised there are people who don't do humour. It was when I was in Australia. I was with 3 friends. We were staying at a campsite, and we went into the place to get some ice, and the guy, Eminem, was on the radio at the time.
Oh, right, okay.
And one of my friends said, "Where's the ice?" And the guy, without even looking at us, just went, "Oh, it's around the outside." And my mate went, "Round the outside, round the outside." And the guy just went, "Yeah, that's what I said." We all just went, "Okay."
Yeah. There's some people, but you just make a joke
going.
out of it. Exactly, you know. And they say, "Oh, we've not got time for this," and I say, "You're not. You
Not got time for it. You're sat in a drive-thru.
I know,
Where
I
you
know."
going?
But he's like, "I don't have time for all the comedy. Just take my order." And
Time for comedy.
that's what he says, and I'm like, well,
Damn you and your comedy taking up my time.
yeah. That's it. And so
That's a good one. I don't have time for comedy.
no, that's that. No, a lot of people have said,
All I have time for is food. Now give me my food.
yeah, no, a lot of people have said, "I'm not in the mood for this," and I say, "Well, you certainly look in the mood for something, sir." Or something like
Is
that.
that when you go? Okay, you take over now.
No, we've not done that. I always stick an order through. Once I've committed to a person.
I've committed.
Yeah, we've had one woman came through. She said I wasn't being very professional.
What is professional at a drive-thru?
I do not know.
You weren't being serious, is why.
Yeah,
no problem with it.
Yeah, no.
Too fun for my liking.
Yeah, but she was driving this huge car, and she clipped the curb and everything, and I thought, well, your driving's not too professional, is it?
Did you say that?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't feel like because the manager, she asked to speak to a manager to say that it wasn't. But you know, you get a few people, but you know, like 99.
You're always going to get it, aren't you?
Exactly, and
It's like the comments when on your video. Some of the comments, 99% were positive. You always, whatever it is, you always get the 1% of people who they've come to make a negative comment. That's what
exactly.
That's what they've come for.
Yeah.
You always get it.
But I always laugh at all of those.
Of course.
You know, if
You shouldn't
don't
really be too bothered about people's opinion who don't know you and never met you.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Don't
Definitely.
take it to heart.
No, not at all.
Well, some people do. Like you try to convey to people, just ignore it.
Yes,
Don't
yeah.
feel like-
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think that's the thing. So particularly when you're in the public eye, like I've been asked to have loads of autographs done. I've had loads of selfies and
I
things.
can imagine.
So I have become a little bit of a minor celebrity going round. People have recognised me all over, and that's you really have to. You really have to not care what a lot of people think, you know. And I think that's.
I was thinking about this yesterday. 20 years ago, you wouldn't have been able to become notorious for that because there would have been no way to share it.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Other than word of mouth.
Yeah.
So technically, you maybe could have come as famous in the local area.
Yeah.
Through word of mouth.
Yeah. But it wouldn't have gone like I've had
3.5 million people have seen that video clip.
I've had people messaging me from Texas. I'm not even joking. They're like, "Yo, I've seen it. Well done, bro."
Well done.
Yeah, and like he said,
Your
I wish.
certificates in the post.
Yeah, he said apparently in his local McDonald's over in Texas, he said they start with "What do you want?"
What do you want?
Yeah. So yeah, there's been a few comments like that. I've had one from Australia,
Wow.
Austria. What's the furthest away one? I think there was one that I couldn't understand because it was from Russia. So there's all over, and I think it's both magical and weird. I mean, obviously, like you say now, it's had like 3.6 million views or something, but that's just that original video. Like people have shared it.
Yeah, there'll be other places.
Yeah,
that's
they
just
shared
from my
it.
Bible.
So it's weird how many people have actually seen it and how quick you can get it out. And as I say, I didn't when it went up on the Sunday night. I think it was the 3rd of November. It went up just in the
Do
late
you remember
evening.
the person who filmed it? Because it was a guy taking the order, but I think it was his girlfriend filming it.
Yeah. It turns out I actually know them. I didn't even realise
They're from
this.
around here.
Pardon?
Are they from round here?
They're from Cumbria, yeah.
Right, okay.
So my mum now, she's retired from acting and stuff, and she used to teach a girl singing, and it turns out it was her brother.
Did they
Something-
know?
or
But
her
they
friends,
didn't know you, though.
but they didn't know me. But there was a little bit of connection. I had no idea, like,
What was the first you knew of it?
Pardon?
What-
The first, well, it is the thing. It went up on the Sunday night on the 3rd.
From Lad Bible.
From Lad Bible, the 3rd of November, which was Sunday.
When was it actually filmed?
It would have been filmed 2 days ago because I was off on the Saturday.
2 days
I think.
before that.
2 days before it actually went on the Lad Bible.
Okay,
yeah,
right.
and it would have gone up. So it was relatively new
Yeah.
when it went up, but it went up on the Sunday night just before midnight. Before going on to Monday the 4th, and I woke up with loads of comments and friend requests on. I've had over 101 friend requests, and I had these messages. Oh, great video! And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I know, like, people had played videos. I didn't know the Lad Bible had shared it, so I thought, oh, people, they're just commenting. I had a video. I was going, yeah, it's good. I mean, it's not had that much. She said, seen how many views? And I'm like, what's that about? I don't know, 1,000. It's it's all right. It's doing all right. And I went into work and everybody was saying, "Oh, you're famous now." And I'm going, "Well, that's a bit of it's a bit of an overstatement there." And then going through, and then he said, "No, like," and then one of the people at Penrith tagged me in it on Facebook, and I looked at it and I just went, oh God.
I think that's how I found you.
Yeah.
It came up in mine, someone had tagged you.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, this is the video they're all meaning there.
Yeah.
And that type of thing. So yeah, you got to be careful. I've had to change my privacy settings a little bit on who can send friends and stuff. As I say, it was 101 friend requests in a couple of days.
Yeah.
So it was quite ridiculous. So I've had to change a few of the privacy things. So it's not as easy for people to find me for health and safety sake. But it's still an interesting. An interesting thing. I don't think it's ever anything I will ever get used to. Like I'm going over to the Carlisle Carphone Warehouse store on Wednesday, and when I go and do that. They said, "Oh yeah, we want a photo with you and everything for our colleagues. Be amazing, stuff." And I'm like, I don't feel like a celebrity.
And you're also like, what do they actually want me to do?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What do they want me to
take a phone order?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or something like that. Or we could somebody take a phone and I go, "Hi there, welcome to Carphone Warehouse." Or something.
Tell you what, a good challenge for you would be to try and do that over like a call center.
Yes, yeah. Well, that's the thing. When I was
people already ring up, they're already angry.
Yeah, people at Whitehaven McDonalds. So I got offered 3 different jobs at Whitehaven McDonald's. Right. One was in a call centre. One was for a lawyers group to be the receptionist phone call person for the lawyers. They said this would put us on the map, and they offered me double what I was doing at McDonald's, which was I appreciate that. And there was another one as well. I can't remember what that one was now because, as I say, it was a while ago now. I think it's estate agents or something like that, where they really wanted that type of thing. And I just kindly declined them because obviously it's not something I want to move on to. But it's that big thing of it's everybody wants a different experience, a unique experience, and that type of thing. And so you got people like Lawyers Company. You've got I've forgotten what it was now. The call center. That's it. Yep. That type of stuff is everybody is wanting that piece. I mean, personally, I think the worst place I could work would be an HMRC tax office call centre. It's like, "Hi there, welcome to HMRC tax office."
So you've got £18,000 of debt.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do with that.
Yeah, can you move it? No, I can't. But I can make you smile.
Place for you is cancellations at the phone company. That's what they should get you.
Where? Sorry?
Cancellations, people ringing up to cancel the contract. You talk them out of it.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, well, why do you want to cancel today? Can I persuade you otherwise? What if I throw in a free McFlurry? There's something.
Profits would go up. No cancellations this month.
Yeah. So, why didn't? Yeah. So, Dan, I told you to cancel that contract. No, but this really nice guy came on, said he'd throw in a McFlurry, do this. I said, yeah, but Dan, we don't use it anymore. Well, a lot of people have said I could sell ice to an Eskimo.
You probably could.
I said, don't tempt me. So that's kind of how it's all gone. So as I said, I don't feel. A lot of people are saying I'm special. Like even Radio Cumbria said I'm special. I don't feel special. I feel like what I'm doing is unique, but. I think it's not something I'm ever going to get used to. I
suppose things like that's for other people to decide if you are, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah. You
just do what you do.
Yeah, exactly. I do what I do. I give 110%. Not everybody, every single person in the world will appreciate it, and you've got to understand that.
No.
But
the majority of people do.
Exactly, the majority of people do.
McDonald's have embraced it.
Exactly. I mean, I thought when I took their order, it would last till they collected their order. By the time they collected their order and drove away from McDonald's, that's the end of it. They'll forget about it. Go, oh yeah, that was funny, and that's it. Forget about it. People haven't forgotten about it, and like there's people that still come up to me saying, "Oh, we miss you in Whitehaven," and that type of thing.
I saw some of them comments.
Exactly, and I was like, I've not been there in like months, like a quarter of a year. People still remember it, and
it's just because it is so different.
They've
just had a lifetime of people just going, "What do you want?
Yeah,
do you want fries with that?"
Just
monotonous.
I think that's it. Well, I don't think I've ever said, "Do you want fries with that?" I think I've always just added them in anyway. Like if they want it,
who doesn't want fries?
If you
didn't want fries, order them anyway because somebody else is going to eat them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's one of the cheapest things. Like you practically get given it away if you have it with a meal or something. So I
always wondered about that. Isn't that Justin Timberlake? Didn't they buy it off him or something?
I'm not sure. As far as I was aware, that was, as far as I'm aware of my knowledge, and knowing I don't know the history of McDonald's, but as far as I'm aware,
signal to Google that
maybe. I can have
as far as I'm aware, it was McDonald's tune that they came up with it. As far as I'm aware,
because I remember seeing Justin Timberlake in a music video years ago. And that was one of the lines in the song. And I don't know if he did it from McDonald's or if they picked it up from him.
I think he picked it up from McDonald's, if I'm being truthfully honest. But
there's a video here called "The Mystery of I'm Loving It."
Solving
the mysterious truth behind McDonald's jingle.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba. You can't just read it. You have to say it like that.
Yeah, exactly. You can't just go ba-da-ba-ba-ba. You have to go ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Is this a thing? Is this like a mysterious phenomenon that?
I don't know. Please tell me. Please enlighten me.
I don't know. There's a video. There won't be enough signal for me to watch it, but there's just loads of the contentious tale of the McDonald's "I'm Loving It" jingle.
Well, there we go. Look, we've literally got a legend now. There's a lot going on here.
I don't know, but yeah, that was my understanding of it. I could be wrong, but
yeah,
it came from somewhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Because it was a long time ago. You're talking more than 10 years ago. Because I don't know when McDonald's started using it, but it took off.
It did. Yeah.
You just do that. You know. What
yeah, exactly.
How many people have like a sound where you just know that the company straight away?
Yeah.
If it comes to you, you just know what it is.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's very unique. Obviously, the golden arches.
Yeah,
that's the visual, but they've got an audio sound.
Yeah, I mean, I heard something about it was the guy who designed the golden arches. He came up with the idea because there was a woman lying on a beach. And it looked like what.
Right.
And they were going to get rid of it, and apparently it became iconic, so they kept it. But apparently that's how it originally came. There was some controversy I read over how that was designed. Something to do with a woman lying down, and that's what it looked like. The figure, yeah.
Have you seen the film The Founder?
No, I've heard it. We were actually
true
talking
story
about
of how it started.
Yeah, well, when you go into McDonald's, you actually get told the whole story in your welcome meeting of how it all started and that type of thing. They do tell you, which I think's nice. I appreciate that.
It's worth a watch. If anyone's listening, it's called The Founder, and I think it's on Amazon Prime.
Oh.
It's really interesting.
I will have to have a look at it. Yeah. But no, like we taught it in the welcome meeting. Obviously, I'd already been at McDonald's in Whitehaven, so I didn't go through that whole thing again at Penrith. But it was very interesting to hear about it all and that type of thing. And it's actually a film that we as crew at McDonald's have regularly talked about.
Yeah,
yeah.
No, it's interesting. Two brothers who started it, I think.
Yeah, the McDonald's brothers. Yeah. And then
it was revolutionary the way they did their burgers. They just did them all. No one would have thought to like do them in a row. Ready to go. So
exactly.
The old way was just someone orders a burger, then you go and make it. Then they wait.
Yeah, exactly.
And wait. And wait.
Exactly. You
had
it in a line.
They just keep it going, and they just they were, I think, one of the first to franchise as well. I think it was in the 50s. I think it was.
I think so. I think the whole thing was the McDonald's brothers. It was their friend, I think, Ray Kroc.
That was it, yeah.
He loved the idea, and he was the one that started the franchise and everything like that. I mean, there's a little bit of controversy over...
I think he signed an agreement, but he changed the agreement or something, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a little bit of controversy.
Well,
so the
that's true,
McDonald's brothers don't own like the franchise thing anymore. They don't actually own it, but they...
Did you find anything interesting?
Well, yeah, it was recorded and written, and then they paid Justin Timberlake to sing the song.
So I'm quite sure it was originally McDonald's.
I'd love to know how much. He might have got nothing for it, like hardly anything, because he didn't think it was going to be. Here's a grand.
Justin Timberlake. They paid him $6 million to record it.
How wrong was I?
Tell you what, they paid me $6 million.
It worked.
It worked. Yeah,
it's a bargain, really. We think about how, like I was saying, how many companies have a sound. Someone says a sound and you know the company.
There's another artist that's claiming that he wrote the jingle for it.
Oh, there's always another artist.
There's so many people involved.
Of course.
Apparently, Pharrell Williams wrote it, but it was recorded by Justin Timberlake, and it was... I don't know. There's a lot of things going on. Maybe why there's so many videos about it.
That's true.
The
mystery continues.
I think the big thing for me, I've seen in like copyrighted songs, I think it's Dance With Me Tonight by Ollie Murs and Dear Future Husband by Meghan Trainor are the same instrumental.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
There's quite a few examples of this. You get this a lot in pop music.
Yeah. And I was like, how has somebody not sued them? You know?
Yeah, there's another one, an Ollie Murs song. Oh, I can't remember what it's called, but it's got the exact same chord progression as Dodgy. Is it? If it's good enough for you, it's good enough for me. That song
right.
has got the exact same chord progression as this Ollie Murs song.
Oh, right, okay.
I can't remember what it's called. But,
do you remember when they did that on X Factor, where the winner of X Factor covered a Biffy Clyro song?
No.
But he called it a different name. It's the exact same song, but he named the song different.
What, as if it was his own song?
Yeah. I don't know how this came around, but Many of Horror was the Biffy Clyro song.
Oh, right.
Have you not heard that one?
I know of it, yeah. I can't think what it goes like right off the top of my head, but I know of it, yeah.
Well, I think it was Matt Cardle, the X Factor winner, years and years ago, did that song as his debut single, but he called it When We Collide, because that's a line that's in the chorus, and it's the same song.
Wow.
And he must have earned billions off it.
Blatant.
Yeah. Well, I bet Biffy Clyro earned a lot of money, though.
That's true.
They must have...
They must have settled out of court or something, or
they must have
said.
They must have had an agreement in place before.
Because I've seen things where if you can prove it's the same chord progression,
yeah,
but it's repeated enough times, then it's in breach of copyright. So
well, that's it, and that's the type of stuff that I have to go through. So when a lot of people say, if you want to make a movie, just make a movie, and I'm like, there's a lot of paperwork and stuff that goes on behind the scenes, guys. So that's there's a lot of paperwork that goes on just with me being at McDonald's. To be honest,
have you got many qualifications in that side of it then?
What? No. So it's all practical.
Not
experience.
That you need qualifications. I just wondered.
No. I've been homeschooled since I was 8. I just turned 8 in Christmas, and I left school because I was getting badly bullied.
Right.
And I've been homeschooled ever since. So I don't have any GCSEs, no A levels, no. I've got a qualification in basic electronics, so I can pack test and rewire and that type of stuff.
That's useful.
And I have a small qualification thing in grading, but it's like an internet qualification for like film grading and that type of thing, which is an interesting one. But no, I think as Steven Spielberg once said, if you want to go make a film, do go out, don't sit and talk about making a film. go out and do it.
Make a film.
Yeah, go out and make a film, and that's how he learned. He got rejected from film college. Steven Spielberg.
So he just went and did it.
So he went and did it, and Universal gave him a contract, and he beat the people who went on his course.
There you go. I wish I could think of some off the top of my head, but there's multiple examples of people who've been really successful who were told that they would never do it.
Exactly. Oh yeah, there's
And
so many people. I mean,
turned that into their inspiration to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's the thing. So for all the people who do hate me and all the people to customers that come through and say, I haven't got time for this and want to speak, really what they're doing is they're actually pushing me further into to what I want to do than
so do
they
you think when you got bullied, then is that part of being your inspiration to do something?
Not so much the bullying at school, but I think I was very young at that
How old
point.
were you?
I was only 7, just turned 8.
That's harsh. It's
So-
a harsh age for stuff like that.
It's a harsh one, yeah. So it's been, I've had a lot of rough things going on, but you enjoy the little things. And,
so
and
when you
that's all.
homeschooled, did you, like, a teacher came to your house?
No, my dad taught me.
Oh, your dad? Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so, I don't have a piece of paper that says I can do it, but I can do it. So I don't.
You don't always need the piece of paper.
You don't know. And as I say, with the idea with me being being the boss of the company and that type of thing, then I've just got to be able to prove we can deliver the goods, really.
Part of the reason why you make sure you're going to be a nice boss.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be a very nice boss.
You got to be firm, but you got to be fair.
Exactly. Yeah. I think we're going to be a very fun company. I think
It's a fine line, though, isn't it? Being the leader of something like that, because
that's
at the end of the day,
hard
the
thing.
priority is the work.
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't be having too much fun.
Yeah. It's a very hard line, and it's back when I was working back last year. It was a fine line that I think a lot of people said I was a little bit too nice, a little bit too giving, and that type of thing.
Were they right?
Pardon?
Were they right?
Occasionally, like you had people, like I said, I haven't got the budget to pay you, so we're gonna cut your hours on this, and they'd still come in because they're like, Ruben's not gonna get angry, or that type of thing.
Yes.
And so they got paid the extra bit of money, but I was
Because as a boss, the last thing you want is people walking over you.
exactly,
taking
yeah.
liberties
I
and
think
stuff.
that's the hard thing, and I think that's something I've got to learn. But I don't want to be one of these bosses that we all know, which is emotionless, says it how it is. It's the rule book, and that's life, basically.
Because your company is basically all about thinking outside the box.
Exactly.
So
My
there
company's
is no rule book.
Yeah,
there was one. We threw it out the window.
Yeah. No. We've thrown that book out the window, and we've got a new book now. It's
which is blank at the moment, so we can do whatever we want.
Exactly. Yeah. So I need to put a new rule thing in.
The rules there are no rules.
Yeah, exactly.
Just get the job done.
Get the job done. But I think for me, like a lot of the technical companies, you can wear what you want. I want everybody to look very smart. So that'd be like a rule I'd have.
Not too smart.
Pardon?
Not too smart. Like a shirt, tie, and
no, not like that. Not like that. But
just not like a tramp.
Yeah, not like a tracksuit bottoms.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I have a uniform that says the company name and the logo. And
or maybe once a month have a lazy day.
Yeah, something like that, or a pajama day. I don't think pajama day would work in the technical crew department. But, no, and some of the things that come out, just wear what you wear to bed. Is like, oh no.
I got commanded to bed, so.
Yeah, so there's things like that, but I think generally it's a fine line that you've got to really be careful with. But I think at the end of the day, I want to be the person that's so approachable that if anybody's got a problem, you come.
Hopefully you won't have to get to that situation.
Hopefully not. I mean, I hope everybody's happy and stuff. But
that's the thing. That part of that is getting the right squad of people in the first place.
Yeah.
Who are all happy and creative and think like you, think outside the box, but they're also passionate about the work and they want to get it done.
Yeah.
So you pretty much just leave them to their own devices, and you can trust that they'll do it.
Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah.
And you'll just be there for like problem solving or delegation.
Exactly. Yeah. I want to get to that point. And I think that's the big thing. I want to get to the point where they can be fun and everything without me. Like they can make their own things, so I don't have to stand over and watch them. I don't want to be that type of person, the annoying person that keeps doing that. No, just press that one. There you go.
Yeah, like, well, you're a bit like a Netflix or an Amazon where you just want to say, here's the work. You just do it your way. Just go and do it.
Yeah.
You don't
That's,
say, no, that does not go there. That goes there.
yeah.
'Cause that's not fun for them either, is it?
No. And I think that's the thing. So I always say to the people who've written content and stuff for me, I've always said, forget the budget, write what you want to write, and
as if
write
there was no budget.
as
if
if there
a
was.
limited
Yeah. Just assume I own the world.
Because that might affect the way they approach it.
Exactly. Well, that's it. And I always think it's better to bring an idea down after you've created
scale it down afterwards.
after you've created it, than scale it
Up.
scale it up after. It's always hard. It's easier to cut out ideas than it is to create them.
True,
And
yeah.
so I always say to people who've written little bits for me and myself, I always say, forget the budget, pretend you own the world. I always say, and you can have any money you want, print it any way you want. What would you write? And go from there. And I think that's
a good premise.
Yeah, I think that's the way, the attitude, and I think that's the attitude I take to even McDonald's to a certain extent. Pretend you're the only manager, do it how you would do it from there, and that's kind of how it's done within reason. Like we're not going to go round hurting people or anything like that, but
within reason.
Yeah, within reason. Like, we're not going to build a Ferris wheel on top of the McDonald's. Like that would be a funny thing. The cart comes down to the window.
Yeah.
Here's your order. So we're not doing anything like that. But within reason. But yeah, to that point, that's kind of how I approach things anyway. Because I don't want limits, and I think as humans, we place so many limits on each other and on ourselves. Can't do this because of this. I can't do that because of that.
And they want to put things in boxes, don't they?
Exactly.
This is this.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Like with all the like from school, you're taught to put even maths sums in boxes and that type of thing. You go, no, let it be free. Let it be free and flow and that type of thing. And I think that's so important. Yeah.
A lot of people who invented stuff were people who were thinking outside the box and didn't conform to convention.
Yeah.
And thought, well, yeah, but there's got to be another way.
Exactly. Yeah.
Whereas most people, it wouldn't have even entered their head because they just, they're told this is the way they do it, so this is the way.
Yeah. I love the kids that come up with the sarcastic answers and things to. So you've had like people that will write on exam questions, like Ben ate such and such, such and such and such and such. What does he get? And somebody put diabetes. A kid, or and that's the type of thing. You know what? I would give full marks for that because not because he solved the question, but because he thought outside the box. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for different thinkers.
Yeah,
like,
people who always have a different perspective on something that's normal.
I mean, a friend said to me yesterday, how are you doing? I've not seen you in donkeys. And I just, my quick-wittedness, I said, well, that's because I don't live inside a donkey. And he said, you're such a prick. And I said, a sharp one. That type of thing.
Always got to come back.
Exactly. Always got to come. I think that's the type of person I am. Yeah.
Well, you're doing great things for someone who's 21, I tell you. Exciting times ahead.
Thank you. I'm excited for the future now. Yeah.
Ruben
definitely.
Smith, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. So, what's the name of your company again?
My name of the company is Ruben Smith Studios Limited.
Yeah. And where can people find it at the moment?
At the moment, you'll be able to find it on Facebook, or you'll be able to go to the website, rubensmithstudios.co.uk.
Right. We'll put the links in the show notes. This is going to go out tomorrow, so...
All right, okay. Yeah.
Cool. So it's been an absolute pleasure to meet you, and we will definitely have you back on when you've conquered the world.
Yeah, definitely.
In your own unique way.
Yeah. We'll release our film. We'll come back on.
Yeah,
we'll do
definitely.
Do
Absolutely.
a film special.
It's a deal. Cheers, man. Thank you.
Thank you.